So available tables are course as well as course instructor. These two are available, and you have a relationship between them. Course and course instructor, there is a relationship. I created, but now what I do, I want to delete it. I want to delete course as well as course instructor. Since course instructor is having a foreign key, you cannot delete course instructor straight away. So you need to, sorry, course you cannot delete. If you drop course, what happens to course instructor? This is a problem. So therefore, if I first I should drop course instructor, then after that I can drop the course. So let us take the command prompt here, SQL prompt. From there, let us drop it. Go to SQL command we take. Then here, try to drop it. Here, drop table course instructor. With this command, we can be dropping here the course instructor table. After that, once again, we create it. Since it's not existing, come to object browser, come to tables. Here we find
it should be in program, sir.
No, this is the course instructor is available for us. Okay, spelling is wrong in this. I think some S could not be typed, due to that we have a problem. So the S does not type sometimes on the keyboard. There is a problem. S we need to drop in that. So go to SQL commands in this. SQL commands. Now here we will be typing drop table course
no S.
Yes, you are correct. I'm removing that S. So we drop it. This could not be typed there. So let us drop the table.
You forgot R in tractor.
Okay. INSTRU.
After T, you have to put R.
Instructor, correct. STR.
Yes.
Yes. Now the table has been dropped. Other one is drop table followed by course. Put it. Then try to run this. Now what happened here? Two tables we have removed. Let us create now the two tables and try to relate. So as per our University DBS document, we must create here a course table and other one is course instructor. So in the course instructor, whatever courses are being taught by different instructors, we put in that. So now we need to create here a new table called as course, other one is course instructor. Let us see what is in the instructor table. What are the different columns we have? DESC followed by here, that is instructor. Let us describe the table instructor. So what is in this? Let us see here. It's containing INSTR ID, INSTR name, DOB, address and contact number. So like this the definition we have for the instructor table. Now here let us create a course table first. Create table. This one is course. Followed by here we create course ID. This is number. We take up to 4 in this. A primary key we can create at table level or at column level. Now I want to create at the column level. Whenever your primary key contains more than one column, in such case you must declare that at table level, but right now I am declaring at the column level itself. Write like this primary key. I can put here itself. Course ID, number 4, primary key this is. The next one in this is going to be course name. This is varchar 2 50 I can put. For a course I can put that. So this is going to be new table, course ID, number 4, primary key, course name varchar 2 50 should not be null here. It is what exactly? Not null. I impose a constraint not null on this. Go to this, then here execute. Now table has been created here. So here we have a course ID, then course name we created like this. But how to enter course ID? Suppose I want to enter a 3-digit number for courses. Okay, so I want to enter 3-digit number. Therefore, here I can use a sequence. Using sequence, I can do it. For that purpose, let me create a sequence. Sequence is a Oracle object again, Oracle database object. Using create sequence command, it can be created. Create sequence, seq underscore, this is course ID, put like this, course ID. So this should be, you have to start it, then you have to increment it. Starts with, say, some 100, increment by 1, like this, put it. So let us try to make the sequence. Create sequence.
So
SEQ course ID starts with 100, increment by 1. Yes, Gaurav?
this is another way you can create sequence.
Yes. Instead of using GUI, it was getting created automatically for us. But when you want to create something manually like this, you can do. Create sequence, SEQ course ID starts with 100, increment by 1. So like this, I am trying to create the sequence.
So anytime you create sequence, you write SEQ before, or
That's a convention. Without SEQ also you can go, but if you follow such convention, easily we can identify what type of object it is.
okay,
It's a
okay.
naming convention we follow. So syntactically this may be wrong. Let us try to make it, see, command not properly ended. Let us put semicolon and try to once again execute it. Still it says command properly not ended. Reason, there is some problem with syntax. Now come to home. In such cases, go to object browser. So create, you can take from here, try to create a sequence. You can create a sequence even from here. In such case, it helps us. So go to sequence creation here. Sequence name you can put SEQ. This is course ID. This is what start with. It is not starts, it should be start with. We need to put it. In fact, I have written there start, but just we kept there. We kept there starts with. It is start with we need to have there. We need to have here start with. Now come to home and try to do from there. Again command prompt. Here it is SQL command. So simple mistake actually. That was create sequence SEQ underscore, this is course ID, write it, start with start, start with 100, increment by 1. Like this we create here a course. New course we can create. Now try to run this. In such cases now create it. Instead of using start, I used their starts, due to that it could not be created. So now what happened here? We created here one sequence. So using sequence now we can fill data into that. Now one more thing, I just want to, instead of every time giving command, we can create a procedure. Using procedure, we can insert data. So procedure is nothing but pre-compiled SQL code. I can say PLSQL code. It can be SQL or PLSQL code. You put under one code block. The code block is going to be compiled and kept ready. So subsequently, if you want to use it, just you need to type exec followed by procedure name and list of parameters. When you give, it's going to be working. So here what we do, we create a procedure. Using procedure, we can insert data. We have many advantages with the procedures. Whenever you work with the web, particularly, procedures help you a lot. First thing is you can avoid SQL injection. Second thing is what? It reduces network traffic. These two advantages you have. Third one is what? It improves the performance. There are three advantages with the say procedures. First thing is what? You can avoid SQL injection. SQL injection is basically crackers. They try to spoil your database sometimes. They want to tamper your database. You can adopt in such cases the SQL, the procedures. Second thing is what? It's going to be reducing network traffic. Otherwise, every time from your client application, if you send entire command like insert into so and so, so a lot of traffic is, there's going to be congestion in the network that you can avoid. And third thing is what? The performance can be quite fast. When you send inline SQL query, it has to be translated into machine understandable format. That all you can avoid with the help of the stored procedures. So just what you do, you just pass the parameters, that's all. You just pass parameters, the parameters will be, you don't require any conversion for parameters. Reason that is the data. Data need not be converted. Only commands have to be translated. So therefore, this overhead we can overcome in the case of procedures. Because when you write procedure, when you compile, at that time itself is the object is created for you, it's ready-made for you available, just you need to use. So these are the advantages for the procedures. Now let me enter, let me create a procedure. With the help of that, we can insert data into course table. Let me write here a procedure. Create procedure. Normally we use syntax like this, create or replace. Put like this, create or replace procedure, followed by, try to follow some name for the procedure. You put something like PRC. PRC stands for procedure here. PRC, I follow this convention. PRC followed by add course. Add course here, followed by, I specify here course name. Put it this as here. Like name of the course, I put like this. This is here input, then followed by varchar 2 or 50, I put like this. This is going to be the name of the procedure, specify like this. Then as, after this, I can just write the insert statement. Just a minute please. Hello. Yes. Hello. Yes. Yes. Who is it? Hello. Yes. This is Sridhar. Who is it? Hello. Hello. So let me insert data into the table. Insert into, this is what exactly course table we have in that. We have a course table.
Sir, why you put 50 after varchar 2?
Because up to 50 characters length it can take. In the course table,
up to like,
how we define, just see how we define course table. See here, just DSC, put course. The DSC course you put, then try to check for the size of the, look for the description of the table here. the table is having course ID, another thing is course name. So since you have course name here, up to how much you can take? Up to 50 you can take. So input varchar to 50 I have taken because of that. Now
50
insert into
characters.
course followed by, I should go in the implicit mode. Sorry, I should go in the implicit mode. Therefore, I put here values. Values it is. Next I write suq underscore course ID dot next val. I use like this. It retrieves next value from the sequence, followed by I can specify the course name. So this is what name of the course I take here, try to insert. Like this, I can use the procedure. With the help of this procedure, I can be inserting data into the table. So take this way, try to execute. Just run this one. It says here. Okay. This is what varchar2 has come here. Remove this and try to execute. Default character, name of the course we have taken, varchar2. Okay. Varchar2 we have taken. Remove otherwise here input. Once again try to see this one. End of file while expecting as begin, then similarly, and also let us try to put here end. So semicolon also let us put here, try to execute this. This Oracle is really now procedure created successfully. You need to have a begin and you need to have an end, and this is name of the course is varchar2. Like this we specified. So this is nothing but a simple procedure we have created. Into this we pass a value, simple value we pass is varchar2. Name of the course when we pass, automatically it's going to insert into underlying table there. So let us insert data into the table now. Right here we need to just invoke this procedure. How to invoke procedure? Using exec, you can invoke it. Exec followed by prc underscore add course. Here next thing what we do, we pass the course name like C++ we put this way. Now try to execute this. Execute we use, followed by C++ we use this way. Okay, otherwise we use here call. With the help of call we can be doing it. We can use a call here. With the help of call we call this procedure in this. Not a valid function or procedure name, it says. We have taken prc followed by add course. It's correct only. So when you take add course, syntax problem little bit, that much only. Go home and try to run this. Invalid character. Okay, once again what we do, try to specify here 50, try to execute this here. Okay, it does not accept here, varchar2. 50 is not here, therefore once again modify this, run. Correct. So whenever we take it, exec from this one. Invalid SQL statement, it says call invalid character. Invalid functional procedure name, it says PRC underscore add course be created. Just come into home, see whether this function is available or not. Let us browse. Go to procedures. In the procedures, what are the procedures available? Let us see. Do we have any procedure here? This procedure is available for us. We've taken this procedure. This is available here for us. Already compiled this one. Okay, so edit. This is available in this. Create or replace procedure PRC. Add course. Name of the course varchar2 as begin insert into table. Course value sequence underscore course ID next value. Name of the course end semicolon. It's available for us. 1 minute. So this is available for us properly. Look at the dependencies. It is not dependent on any other thing. We have in this grants also. So everything is available. No grants. Okay, this should be properly usable. If you look at the get category, it gives something like here. Let us see how this works.
Professor,
Yes, please.
you don't need to put any function call or anything. You just put actually the procedure name. That's all.
Okay, then PRC underscore add course, we need to say this much, followed by C++.
No, but you have to put an begin and end actually.
That is part of the code. That is part of the code. It should be invalid SQL statement. It says.
You have to put a begin and end.
No, see, this is procedure. Fine, I put begin. Then after that, I put end here.
And semicolon.
Okay, this is script again. I just want to execute the script. No, but I just want to execute script. It is just I would like to execute script. This is anonymous code block we have written. I just want to execute only the procedure there. Like run, probably use run, then followed by PRC underscore add course. So inside this, probably I put Java. I think do this way. But command is what exactly seeing here. When you say run, it's giving. Like this, I just want to execute that. So execute, if you put whether this works or not, I'm checking. How this
Yeah.
It's saying invalid SQL statement. PRC add course execute with this, it should work. Even if I call this, I can use one more call also in that. If I try to call here, come to home, then execute, it should be getting called. Same if I use from command prompt, it works properly. Go to command line here. I just connect and see. I give my name here, followed by enter password. Now here DESC, followed by table name. I give here course. Shows this way. Now exec add, followed by this is course here. Inside this I put here Java. But add course procedure we created. Add course must be declared there. Line 1 column 7. PL/SQL statement ignored. Come to procedure. In this object browser, browse this procedures. So here in this, let me look at the add category, get category. So I can get the category in this. In the case of category, it's going to work here properly. As begin, select ID, cat name from category where ID equal to CID and semicolon I kept there. Okay, so this way I kept it. But whenever I use category, same is working in this. Select here star from category. It's going to work for me properly. No rows are selected, no categories available in this. So no data in this. Get AC details or get categories are not available. Show cat. Let me execute. So there is no data related to this one in this. Okay, DSC category. Look like this. It's having cat name, cat level, super cat ID like this. We kept it. Now insert into. Let me insert and see. Insert into TBL. This is a category. Then here values I put. Instead of putting values, just I put cat ID. Then other thing is here cat name. These values try to enter. Come on, why it's not working? I just check. 100 I enter, followed by this is toys. Just create here one particular command, one row inserted. Now let me invoke the get category from this. So this is exec followed by get category. Get category. So when I look at the get category, here I should pass the category number. I take just 100, put inside this. In that it says, I think properly some permissions I need to add in this. In such case, it can be working. Or call get category CATHEOR followed by 100 also give like this. Not a valid function or procedure name. So irrespective of the given. Okay. Now put exec.
It's execute.
Statement ignored actually. I think I don't have the permissions on this particular thing. But grant I gave actually. Object Sridhar.get category is invalid, it says. You have here get categories available. Probably somebody else that is. Okay. Somebody else I think. I just come to once again. This is add course. Here in this, try to modify, edit. Everything is correct only in this. Name of the course I have taken, varchar2 as begin, insert into course, values SCQ underscore course ID next val, name of the course also I have taken, kept everything. So should be executable for me. This is under Sridhar only, it's created. Compile, let us compile this. We compiled it. Take the grants in this, grant here in this, all privileges, grantee should be, okay, these people they can have, but this person is having all the permissions already. Okay, PRC, it is next year, schema is Sridhar, add grant. So this person can grant permission to somebody else. Okay, find this particular operation. Probably all privileges too. Next, if you say definitely it is problem. Okay, but it's not working. This is exec with this itself, it should work. get category, followed by we specify here 100. For 100 we should get it. Is invalid, it says. Schema name, get category, followed by 100 we specify. But it is available. Whenever you look into procedures, the procedures are available for us here. PRC add underscore course we have there. Category also available here with whose name under whose schema this is. Okay, so this is here edit. Even these brands also. What do we get? Just go to brand in this. To say next. This person also Sridhar only to get category. It's fine, but it's not showing it all. Okay, come to home. Once again, come to SQL prompt here. This is the why it is. I look into that issue. What is the problem? I find out. But now I have created course table. DSC, this is course. I can execute this. With this, I can find out here the course details. Now let me insert data into that. Insert into here course, followed by values I use here. Then in this, I can go with the seq underscore, I think course, then dot next val, followed by this is here C++, or I put here Java like this. Try to insert data. So this is going to be inserting data for the course. If sequence is correct, it gets inserted. Now there are two rows in this. Select star from course. Select star from course. We can select data from this here. It's going to show you the course details. There are two things in this actually. One is 100 C++. Second was exactly 21 Java. Like this, it entered here. So in the previous case, it was taking 100. In the next case, it's taking actually 21. So you enter data in this manner here. This is what sq underscore course dot next val Java. Like this we have here. Come to home. What are the sequences we have? Browse sequences. So course ID I should take. I have taken actually course, because of that it was giving some problem. So it should be a course ID. If I take course ID, it comes proper data I can get. Come to this SQL commands. Here I can now delete data. Delete from course, where course ID equal to 21, I delete that. We have a course ID. The course ID we try to delete. Deleted now. Once again try to insert. Insert into the course is here. Insert into course. In the implicit mode we enter values. Put values here. Followed by seq underscore. This is course ID dot next val. Followed by here we enter Java. Like this we can be inserting data. This data is going to be now sent into the database table. When you click on run, it has gone into database table. Now we can select data from this. Select, this is here star from course. So using select statement we can be retrieving data from the course table. So go to this one, execute. You get the course details now in this. There are total 100, 101. Sequentially data is taken out in this. So here we created course table. Other thing is here course instructor table we need to create. There we have the primary key, foreign key relationships. Let us create another table. It is create table followed by course instructor. Spelling is important. Course instructor table this is, and here we specify this way. First of all, course ID. This is what number we take this as here 3 only, because we have taken only 3 digits in the case of courses. Similarly, we take here course ID, sorry, this instructor ID, and this is here number. We use here 4 digits for this. The scale is going to be 4 in the second case. In the first case, it is actually the scale is 3 there. So precision we don't have because there are no decimal points in this. So number 3, number 4 we have taken. Then after that we need to create now the constraints. One more thing, if you want to put any default value, you can put on what date the course instructor is added. If you want to put, you can put there. Otherwise also you can just omit like this. And here let us make the constraint. Go with the constraint. Here write constraint. For primary key, I use always a prefix pk underscore. First thing is course instructor. I put here like course instructor. This is going to be primary key, and here it is a course ID. First of all, I use this. This is a primary key. I use both the keys, both the columns in the primary key. Therefore, I put it as course ID, comma. Other thing is here instructor ID. So we can add here more than one column part of primary key. If you look at table, you should have only one primary key in the table. You cannot have multiple primary keys. You can have always only one primary key in the given table. In the given table, you can have only one primary key always. So we are trying to add here just one primary key in this. Create table, course instructor, course ID number 3, instructor ID number 4, constraint pk underscore course instructor, primary key, course ID comma instructor ID. We have taken like that. Followed by, we need to write now foreign keys. Both course ID and instructor ID are coming from the tables here. So take, first of all, look at, we know course ID, primary key is here. Course table is having course ID as primary key. Similarly, instructor table also once we need to see DSC instructor. Just try to execute this. Go home and execute. Okay, sorry, stru, instru. Displaying like this instr id. So in this now, create a foreign key. Here itself we can create foreign key. This is the primary key. Put foreign key. Constraint again you need to put fk underscore. We need to specify here the foreign key name. This is course ID. Course ID. Then in this put foreign key. Foreign key. Then here specify the name of the key, primary key in the which course. For foreign key we put course ID here. It has to refer references. The table is course table, and there it is course ID. Like this we take. This one is the first.
Professor?
Yes, please.
So is the primary key two values, different values you have there?
Yes, 2 columns. I am making 2 columns for primary key.
Okay, usually you just make one, though, right?
Normally you make 1, but here I require a compound, 2 columns. Based on that I can make a primary key. Usually you make 1 only, but here the situation is peculiar. We want to use course instructor, a course ID, instructor ID. Based on that you can make a primary key. Otherwise some other key you need to take. So, but there what is the possibility? Course ID and instructor ID can be getting repeated. There is no point in repeating same instructor, the same course. Again, same instructor ID, there is no point in that. So that's why what we do, we can put course ID and instructor ID like primary key. In such case, it cannot be getting duplicated. A course ID, instructor ID together can be appearing only once. So that's the reason we are making it. Otherwise, there is a possibility of putting course ID and instructor ID multiple times. To avoid such thing, we use both as primary keys in this. As both columns are part of the primary key. Only one primary key, but multiple columns I am using in this. Next thing is here we use another constraint. Constraint it is fk here followed by, instead of using course ID, now I use here instructor ID. This time instructor ID, and this is here foreign key again. Use foreign key, then here put instructor ID, instr ID. instr ID in the given table, the table is instructor, but here column may be changing. So here I should put instructor ID. I should not put instr ID. It should be instructor ID because it's the current table. So it's going to refer now some foreign table. Write that references. The table is here instructor. So there the column name is going to be instr ID. Like this we make. So instr ID is number in the instructor table. It is a number in the same course instructor table also, but name is changing here. It is instructor ID here, whereas in the instructor table that is instr ID. So like this we define here the new table called as course instructor. Course ID number 3, instructor ID number 4. Constraint, this is pk underscore course instructor primary key. We have two columns in this, course ID as well as instructor ID. Then we put constraint fk underscore course ID, foreign key course ID, references course ID. Like this we take. One more constraint is what here, fk instructor ID, that is foreign key instructor ID, references instructor instr ID. Like this we made it. Now let us try to execute this. So now we could form the relationship here. Now table got created. There are two tables in this now. Related tables are, one is course, other one is going to be here course instructor. Now we added them like that. Here we are going to maintain now referential integrity. We enter referential integrity in this. Let us see what are the data available in the instructor. Let me write like this, select star from instructor. When you put like this, probably there is no data, we can't get anything in this. Just run. So no rows returned, one row returned. That's what exactly some Rao Ramesh something we have like this. Now let us try to make this person as an instructor, course instructor. Let us try to insert data into course instructor. Insert into course instructor. Very first thing is what here, we need to have here course ID. We need to take course ID, that is going to be 100. 100 we take, followed by, we try to enter here instructor ID, that is 1. We take 1, try to insert data. So just take this and execute. Course instructor followed by values I should put here, otherwise it gives error. I'm going to enter values. So just insert data into this. It says one row inserted. Similarly, I want to insert now, insert into one more, this one, course instructor. Values I take here, same person I take here, 100 I take. This time I want to use some 102, but here I am saying 1. This time the data will not be inserted into the table. This is because of the referential integrity violation. So you can run here. It says integrity constraint violated, parent key not found. If you look into course table, there is no 102. Because of that, the value could not be inserted. This is basically referential integrity. It is something like an employee and a department. Okay, so if you take an organization, you have few departments like production, marketing, sales, administration, then HR you have. Okay, so like this you have few departments. One is what exactly sales, marketing, administration, HR, production. These you have. Suppose you are trying to recruit an employee. The employee you are trying to put some advertisements department. The department is not with you, therefore you can't add there. So if it is allowing you to add, it's called as inconsistent data. Data is inconsistent. So in the same manner, when you are trying to add a instructor to the course instructor, it's not taking 102 because 102 course is not existing there. One is existing, but 102 is not existing. So you can enter only existing data. Only existing data you can enter here. Non-existent data definitely you can't enter. So like this, you are enforcing the referential integrity. That means whatever courses are available in the university, they only can be added. Whatever are not available, you can just exclude them. So insert into course instructor values 102 comma 1 is not acceptable here, but if you put 101, in that case it's acceptable. It takes this data, reason 101 is existing there. You can now run. So this is going to be inserting data. There are two tables, there are two rows now in the given table. The table is what? Course instructor. Take select star from course instructor. Put like this. Course instructor. Just try to execute this. Showing here 100, 1, 100, 0, 1 and 1. Like this we have data. This is fine. But see, instead of printing the just course ID, the instructor ID, I want to get their names. With the help of select statement, I could retrieve data like this. Now suppose I want to retrieve the names of the course as well as instructor name. How to get that? I have in the table only the names like this. Course ID, instructor ID available. I want to retrieve the names of those the courses names as well as instructor name I would like to get here. So how to get? In the given table, we have only course ID and instructor ID. In such cases, you must use more than one table. Therefore, write this way, select, here write C dot course name. Similarly, if you look into instructor, what are the columns? We have C. So just execute. Now in this, we have an instr name. Okay, course name we have in that. Then I dot, put like this here, instr name. I want to just get names only. C dot course name, I dot instr name. Put here from. We need to retrieve data from more than one table here. C dot course name, I dot instr name. Take like this here. So from the tables, different tables we need to take in this. First of all, course instructor. Take here CI. This is alias for the table. Use like this. Second is going to be here course. I put like C and instructor. I put this as CTO instructor. This is I put like this. Then here I must be applying some where condition based on the where I can do it. So here we put like this where C dot where it is CI dot where CI dot here course ID equal to I put this C dot course ID. Then write here and CA dot instr ID equal to this is where CA dot instructor ID equal to write it I dot instr ID. So this way let us try to insert data. So C dot course name, I dot instr name from course instructor CI, course C, instructor I, CI dot course ID equal to C dot course ID and CI dot instructor ID equal to I dot instr ID. With the help of this, I try to retrieve data. So what result we get? Let us see in this. What table? Course instructor. Course we have there, instructor also we have in that I, which view is not existing, tabular view does not exist. instr name.
The course is spelled, sir. The course instructor spell is wrong.
This is wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
SE, not ES. No, not, yeah, here. Yeah.
Showing like this course name followed by instructor name. C++, Rao Ramesh, and Java, Rao Ramesh, like this, it's showing you the data. So from more than one table also we can be joining data like this.
What's the C and I, sir?
This is I is alias for the instructor, C is an alias for it, CA is an alias for the course instructor. Every time writing that much big name is difficult, instructor or course instructor, every time if you have to use that, it's going to be really, prone to errors. Just now I was getting some error. It's human error. We don't like actually typing same thing again and again, so we may commit some mistake. So instead of that, you can create a duplicate, table name. That table name you can use. You can create synonyms. In fact, permanent synonyms you can make, and those synonyms you can use. Here, this is what exactly it's a synonym. I is a synonym, but temporary synonym. Only for time being we use. C is nothing but a synonym here. Time being we are making these synonyms. So with the help of those synonyms, we are going to access the table there. You can create permanent synonyms also. So they actually shorten the length of the table name, and one more thing, it's going to hide the internal details of the table. You can create synonym like this. You write create synonym followed by synonym name. You can put I for what we do here, I for instructor. Like this, you can make a synonym. So duplicate name you can be using in subsequent cases. Synonym created. Similarly, you can make like this, create synonym. What is required here? C for course you can create. So go home, then create another synonym called as course in this. One more thing we use here, create synonym. This is what now, CI for course instructor. Now in such cases, it becomes very easy for us. Now go home and again create here another synonym. So now in this, without, just you can put here from CI. Okay, then similarly, you can put from C. And other thing is what here? So from C, from C you can do this. Similarly, from I you can put like this. So this way it's going to shorten the code. What we just write here, select C.course name, I.instr name from CI, comma C, comma I. From three tables we are retrieving data, where CI.course ID equal to C.course ID and CI.instructor ID equal to I.instructor ID. Like this we can be selecting data from more than one table. So this way here we can, now when you execute, it's showing you the two rows. C++, Rao Ramesh, Java, Rao Ramesh, like this, it's printing actually the results for us. It's printing this way the results. So what we have done, we created here two tables and we linked another table. Both the tables we linked here. The course, one more thing is what course instructor, both the tables are linked here. We have a relationship between the two tables here. The two tables are instructor table, course table, along with the course instructor table. Let us describe the table here. DESC, we put here just, this is CI we put. Try to execute this. It's showing you this way. Course instructor, course ID number, instructor ID here, number. Like this you have here. You can look into, yes. So like this actually the table is being described here. The first one is length is 3 precision, fourth one is 4 precision, and primary key, you have both as primary keys in this. First column and second column we are using as here primary keys. So this way we are going to link with another table. We are going to link with another table, another two tables. This table is getting linked with the instructor table as well as course table. So here we established primary key and foreign key relationships. We established primary key, foreign key relationships. From GUI, you can see clearly all those. Using object browser, go into the tables here. The tables when you select, The course instructor table, you can find clearly everything in this. So you can go to this one here. You see here, add column, modify column, look up like this, rename, drop column like this you have here. You can look on the SQL in this. And even you can click on the dependencies. When you click on the dependencies, it shows. It's having here, one is what? References, course table and instructor table, referenced by here. See, CI like this it is, type is synonym. So you have one synonym, this is CI, like this we have here. It's going to depend on the table called as course as well as instructor in those. You can even look at the SQL for this, how this is created. JavaScript error or something you are getting in this. Okay. Okay, fine. We got here ultimately course ID number 30, instructor ID number 40. Constraint is getting created there. That is what course ID, instructor ID is enabled. Constraint FK course ID, foreign key course ID, references course ID enabled. Second constraint also we have like that. So total two constraints are available. Foreign key constraints 2 and one primary key constraint. This is having here a compound. We can say this as more than one column. So from more than one column, we are creating the primary key. Primary key is containing in these two columns. It's combined with two columns here. So course ID, instructor ID, with the help of that, is created here. So this is a table which is having here relationships with the underlying tables. One is course table, other one is instructor table. Like this, we could create here. So this is what exactly another table we have created. Okay, now once again come to the SQL prompt here. But whenever you switch over, what you typed actually you are going to lose in this. Every time you switch over to some other area, you are going to lose it. All the things you are going to lose here, whatever we had. Saved SQL, if anything is available, no saved SQL is available. You need to save in fact. If you look into history, okay. So here in the history, this is available for us. From the history, we can take it. It's maintaining some buffer. So now we created two tables, total course. Other thing is what course instructor we created. Next thing is going to be student courses. But before you go with the student courses, you should be maintaining some student table. You have to have some student table. So let us create first of all student table. Whenever we look into student, it's a student ID, DOB, then address, contact number. Those things we are going to put in this. Come to here, the course table, student table, create table, then it is student, followed by in this student ID. Student ID we make it this one is here number, followed by this one is going to be some 5 digits we take. Number 5 we use. Then other one is has to be here student name. We put student name. This is varchar 2 of say some 100. Okay. Further can be broken down into first name and last name, but I am taking only one name. It's called a student name. The DOB. This is here date. So date, this is here. Default I use timestamp. I can put this current timestamp. I can be putting this one here. Current timestamp I can use. So with this, it should take the current data. Current timestamp I can use. Let us see whether this is available or not. Select current timestamp. From dual. Okay, just take here timestamp. timestamp is not identified. So
You didn't spell timestamp right.
which one?
You didn't spell timestamp right.
I specified here. Current timestamp I spelled here. Time, okay. STAMP, correct. Spelling mistakes. Just try to execute this. Still it's not showing anything. Select here. This is going to be today. Just put here today from dual.
What you want to put, sir?
Yes, current date and time I would like to get.
You put it in the date of birth?
Yes. I want to get current today, what it is exactly I want to get. So what is the function I am seeing here? This is today. Anything like that, is it available? I am seeing. Select today from dual. If I say I should be getting the current date and time for me. These are all implementation details from one database to another database. It changes. So today,
Yes, sure.
it's not shown here. This is now. Is it available? Let us see. Anything like now, is it available? Let us try to see now. Probably a function in this. We have to see here. That means before you work with database, even now is not available. Let me check once. Waiting. Current date time in Oracle. Probably somebody can help us. Current timestamp should give us. Okay, one is current timestamp, other one is here. Say current timestamp. Let us see why it is not giving. If I come to, this is going to be.
Say system date.
SQL commands. If you come to this, sys date is 1, but I want to get first current timestamp.
There is also current date also.
From this is here from dual. If I put, it should give me the current date and time. Execute. It's showing like this. Current timestamp is showing. So default value I want to put it as current timestamp. This should be the default value. We should try to put here. So just put current timestamp in this. After that, this is what DOB, but this may be wrong.
Professor, what's dual?
Yes, please.
What is dual?
Dual is actually temporary table. Temporary table, this is going to be returning just one row, one column for us. When you take current timestamp, it can be returning only one. Normally, select statement you have to use against database tables. Against database tables only we have to use. So from which table you are going to select? Therefore, from dual you can be selecting it. Select current timestamp from dual. When you write from dual table is going to be giving you. It can return one row, one column for us. Returning here one row, one column. Here current timestamp is the column name, and you have one row. The row is going to be today's date and time, like this. It's going to take here. If you don't specify any date of birth, it should take automatically here current timestamp. But this may be wrong again, because the newly born person cannot be a student there. So therefore there is no point in putting the default here. Take here date, then other one like this it is. Program ID we need to take here. PRG ID we take here. That's going to be INT followed by a number followed by again 4 this one. We use 4. This way we can create student name, DOB, PRG ID, number 4. Then other one is here, address we put here,
Now we
Varchar
delete
2.
the current date from the date of birth, sir?
Yes, but date of birth current date taking is meaningless. Reason, I was thinking to put current date and time, but a newly born person, that is going to be about newly born person, just today who is born, that date time comes into the current, the DOB. There is no point in that.
Yeah.
When you create a student,
So,
the person should have some 18, 19 years age, then only the person can become student in the university. So there is no point in taking the current timestamp. Agree with that?
yes, that's right.
So that way we have to take varchar 2, then followed by this is 100, we put for address. Other thing is contact number, we use here. Then this is varchar 2 of some 11 we use, or some 12 characters we can use in this. So this way we can create here a student table. Number 5, this is okay, but here we need to make even the primary keys. We need to make some primary key for student ID, write constraint, put here this one pk underscore student ID is a primary key, followed by put primary key here, and here inside this we put student ID, going to be student ID. Then after that we need to specify here another key also, that is exactly what program ID we need to have here. PRG ID is required in this. So right here constraint, it is foreign key, constraint fk underscore st, this is PRG ID, we put like this foreign key, and here the foreign key is PRG ID. References program table, followed by there it is PRG ID. Like this we take. This way we try to create a new table. So the table is containing here one primary key, one foreign key. There are no other constraints we kept here. So go to this, then create the required table here. Just run this, another table gets created for us. One more table got created. So this is containing now relationship with the table called as PRG. We should have a program, then a student can be added. So like this, here we created few tables. After that, we need to create here student courses. As per our definition, our conclusion, we need to make here a table called as student courses. In this, student ID and course ID are required. So therefore create here another table called as student courses. Create table. This is create table command we have. In this we make student courses. This is student courses. Inside this we make student ID. This is number, it is 5 here. In the same manner, course ID, this is number 3 we put. After that, we need to now make the keys. First of all, primary key we need to make constraint pk underscore student course ID. Student course ID, this is here a primary key, and this is going to contain more than one column. The column is student ID, other one is here course ID we can put. Course ID, these two are going to be primary key columns. Next one, we need to have here foreign keys once again. Write constraint, this constraint followed by specify here fk course student ID, fk course student ID, then this one is here foreign key, column name is here student ID, references, the table is here student table, specify this as student ID here. Like this we take it. In the same way, second column we take. The second column is course ID, we make like that. So this is here. Now student course ID we put. Just we change it, student course ID. And the foreign column is here course ID. And references, this is course here. And this is going to be here course ID. We put like that. So this way we could create. This is exactly what student courses. One is student, other one is here student courses. We have made like this. Missing right parenthesis. One more is required. We did not keep the closing parenthesis here. So put that, try to now select and execute. What happened now? Table created. So total, this many tables are available for us. This we can use from the, now from the JDBC, we'll be using these tables. Come to tables. These are the tables available for us. The tables are going to be a course table, then this is course instructor, in this other one is instructor table, program table, student courses table. So these 6 tables we created. We can use these tables now from the JDBC. Using Java database connectivity, we'll be getting connected to the database, this Oracle database, then we perform the required operations in that. We have a course table, then course instructor, then similarly instructor table is available. We have the program table, a student table, then student courses table. These are available for us. So first of all, it is course, then other thing is program, one more thing is instructor. These can be called as master tables. Even student is also master, but student is depending on the program there. Program, then course and instructor, they are not depending on any other tables. They are not depending on any other tables. But here the student table is partially depending on the table called as here program, because program ID is foreign key. Every student should be belonging to some program there. So they should go through some program there. So student is referring the program table. Whereas here if you take course instructor, in that you have the course ID and instructor ID. That means what? The given course is taught by the given instructor. Like this, you get meaning there. Similarly, we take the student courses. What course is taken by, what student? Like that you are going to get. Who has taken the course? You can get information with the help of the student courses. So this way, we created 6 tables and we linked them together. So this is basically database definition first of all. We created database. These are only structures we created. We need to look into procedures. So once you create procedure, even using procedures, you can be now manipulating data. Insertion of data, retrieval of data, we can do. It was giving some problem. Let us see why it was giving problem.
Professor?
Yes.
Are you going to show us how to store and then implement store procedures?
Yes. No. I try to write here. It was giving some problem. Why it is? I look into that. Here, let me come to the SQL commands. Then here in this, first of all, let me write for the retrieval of data. So right here, create or replace procedure. Create or replace procedure, followed by procedure name I put here. Select, so this can be here, retrieve data. From retrieve courses I put here. Retrieve courses, put like this. I am going to write retrieve courses. Then after that, I try to write as, this is begin. Then here write select. Just write star from course. This is what exactly retrieve courses. I just put course here. Then after that, end semicolon. Put like this. So at the end of, just try to now execute this. Okay, definitely we should take into variables. Fine. Here it is slightly
What's
changed.
this, sir, procedure? What's this for?
Procedure basically to execute the commands. Normally what you do, you write inline SQL queries. See, in the previous example, we were inserting data into database. That is called as
Yeah.
inline SQL. If you look into this, create table we made like this, select we have here. Further, if you look into this insert command, somewhere you have, go here, somewhere we have here the select statement. Using the select statement, we are retrieving data. What we do with the help of the select statement, we are retrieving data there. So we retrieve data using the select statement. Okay. Similarly, if you want to perform any kind of operations like insertion of data, updation of data, you need to use like these commands. When you use commands like this, what happens? First of all, what you are doing with the database, others can easily understand. If it's part of your code, if it's part of your Java code or C# code or PHP code, whatever it is, others can easily understand that, what exactly you are trying to do with database. Second problem is what? It's prone to SQL injection. It's prone to SQL injection. Some table I can drop like this. SQL injection means I can pass some kind of value followed by I put a semicolon. At the end of that, I can be appending some kind of drop statement or delete statement. So with the help of that, what happens? Data is going to be deleted. From the table, data will be deleted or table can be dropped. So there is a problem with the SQL injection. One more thing is what? Network traffic increases with this. Network traffic is going to be getting increased because all this you need to send. Okay, you have to send all the select command you need to send. So with that, network traffic increases. One more thing is once you send it to server, it has to be translated to machine understandable format. So machine should be understanding this. Therefore, that becomes a difficult task. It's going to become difficult task. So due to that, it can't do anything. It does, but it takes some time. It's going to take some time. With that, it's going to be late for us. So therefore, what you do in such cases, if you write procedure, when you declare procedure at that time itself, it's getting compiled and is saved in the database. Subsequently, when you try to invoke the procedure, what happens is you can just pass the values. So those values, they can be working automatically for us. They can be taken values and values either will be inserted or you can use for some other purpose. Here, there is no question of any say again compilation. Every time it need not be translated, already translated code is available like procedure. We just pass data into the procedure. So procedure can consume the data, it can take data and it can perform required operation, either insertion or updation, or it may be a criteria for dropping table or deleting data. So accordingly it can use. So only data is taken. In the case of data, no translation is required, but only in the case of code, the translation is required. So this is a problem with the SQL commands. It's not a problem, but definitely some kind of overhead and it's actually some security risk, I can say. So instead of that, you can just go through the procedures, they can help us. So when I try to write here, go to scripts here, SQL script, okay, I don't use script, come into this only, SQL scripts, create if I say, I come to SQL here, SQL commands, once again. Autumn, you are running successfully the procedures. Are you running successfully procedures? Create or replace procedure. This is add course data, add course data, followed by here pass a parameter. Parameter name is course name. We put this as input in parameter. Then this is here varchar 2. Followed by is or as begin. Let me
I'm
see.
sorry, Professor, I didn't understand. Why did you put in?
It is input parameter. Parameters can
Yeah,
be
but
input or output parameters.
you never used in.
See, input parameters and output parameters, we have two types of parameters. Input parameter with help, normally by default everything is input parameter. But sometimes what happens, you are calling this procedure from some other procedure. Say from Java code, you are calling this procedure. This procedure must be sending back the result to the Java program. So in such cases, you can mark it as out or output. So when you write out or output, it's going to be sending back, sending data back to the program which has called this procedure. So from current procedure, you can be sending values back to the program which has called this procedure. For that purpose, we use output. One is input, other one is going to be output here. Either you can put in or you can put input here. You can use input followed by varchar2. This procedure is going to take input parameter. By default, it's going to be input only, but I specify here input varchar2 as begin. Once again, let me try to write this here.
Okay.
Insert into, somehow it is giving a little problem. Course, then this is values, I put here seq underscore course id dot next val, put like this. Next one is going to be here db.net, I put like this. I try to specify this, then at the end of this end semicolon, put like this way. So just try to execute the procedure here.
Now, sir.
Yes.
Now create or replace procedure. This one is the procedure name.
Yes.
Okay. After that, what? It's parameters. This one, course name, input, varchar, like function, like method. You give parameters
yes.
inside or what?
Yes, this is a parameter. Inside this, we are going to pass a parameter here.
Oh, okay, okay.
Parameter we are taking. Why this is giving this kind of problem I am seeing here? It is terse actually. Oracle is very terse. It's not. I mean, syntax. You need to know syntax. Procedure got created without any difficulty. This is fine here. Create or replace procedure. Add course data, course name, varchar2 as begin. Insert into course values. seq underscore course id dot next val db.net. We have taken here, but we should not hard code this. We need to put it as here course name. Whatever course name is coming, that we need to put here. Course name we need to put. Once again, do this. Now this is created, got compiled. With the help of exec, normally you can execute a procedure. Take it, add course data, followed by here you can pass the data like it is db.net, put this way. It should be executing data, it should be inserting data, but invalid SQL statement it says.
No, there is no exec. You have to put execute.
Okay, execute. It is there in fact. We have exec, with that we can do, but see still it says, or else I write here run. A procedure can be run like this. Let us see what happens in this. So few commands. Invalid. First of all, one more thing is here, get command we have here. Let us see get in this. Invalid SQL statement. Run is not working. Call we use here. Trying to call this one. Then call should be getting called in this.
Professor, I checked it. It's execute.
But see here I am putting execute. It's not working here. See, I'm typing execute. See, execute should work for us.
You wrote exec before couple minutes.
One minute.
Not full execute, not
Okay.
complete.
Execute I put here. Still it says invalid statement only. Okay, let me here see, select star from course. You have like this, it is selecting data. Here write exec, right here add course data, followed by in the brackets I put it as vb.net. Now it inserted data properly. It's unable to do there, but you executed here using exec. We look at the SQL prompt here, it's executing properly. Exec add course data vb.net. That means procedure what we have written is correct, but it was not implementing properly. It's not implementing because it's made for only SQL commands. So therefore it could not execute. Now if you look into course, you can find here. Select star from, exactly this is what TBL, sorry not TBL, it's course. So it's executing for us. You can look at this 100 C++ Java VB.NET we have. Let us add one more course in the same manner. exec
Yeah,
followed
you're
by
right.
add course data, put like this here, add course data, then here you can put the value. Just say this is Python we put. Going to put Python, what happens here? Put like this here, execute. Now it's succeeding, I mean it's getting executed successfully. You get like this. So Python is added now. If you look into select star from, the table is what? It is a course table. You can have data like this. We added like this C++, Python, Java, VB.NET. So this is what exactly, it's a procedure. Like this you can write procedure, you can just pass the parameter to procedure. So this is best way of writing because they execute very fast when compared with the normal inline SQL. This is only user interface. This user interface it is. When you try to explain from user interface, sometimes it may work or sometimes may not work because it is meant for here SQL commands only. But when you go from the SQL prompt, from here you can execute with the help of the exec. So using exec, we could execute from the command prompt. So since we did not do much with this prompt actually, GUI, we normally do with the command prompt only. With command prompt we make, so because of that we know how it works there. But in this, there may be few things actually we need to configure them. In such case, it may be working. Otherwise, it's just only user interface with the help of that you are trying to execute commands. So here what happened, using exec, we could do this. Add course data and we are passing the Python, it's entering there, 4 different things got entered. C++, Python, Java, VB.NET. So such things can be called as procedures. So using your Java code, you can be interacting with the database. You can use either a statement class or you can use a prepared statement or you can use callable statement. As far as Java is concerned, we have these 3 types of ways getting connected with the database to execute the commands. One is what? Statement. Statement uses only inline SQL. It can use just inline SQL. So inline SQL meaning is what? You are using there something like select star from table name or insert into table name. That is called as inline SQL. With the here prepared statement, you have a prepared statement. With prepared statement, you can be calling here procedures. You can call even the procedures here. Procedures can be called with the help of the prepared statement. Sometimes what happens, you can use callable statements. So callable statements can be returning values for us. A callable statement you have, so from that even you can retrieve the values. So basically we have statement, prepared statement and callable statement. You can be calling procedures with the help of callable statement. What happens here, you can be even invoking procedures as well as functions. See, in the case of statement, what happens, always it should be inline SQL. It does not support any parameters. But when you look at the prepared statement, it can accept here parameters. First thing is, it can accept parameters. It can be accepting parameters. So using parameters, we can be passing data. Normal statement, if you take, you cannot pass any parameters. But when you take prepared statement, it can accept parameters. And when it comes to callable statement, it can be calling even the procedures, functions, they can be called from the callable statement. So like this, you can use statement class, prepared statement class, and callable statement class in the JDBC. So this is required in the case of JDBC. You have a statement, you have a prepared statement, you have callable statement. With the help of that, you can get connected to underlying database and you can invoke there. So in the case of statement, it is just inline SQL this is. In the case of prepared statement, it can accept parameters. That means you can pass dynamically values to the SQL statement. To the SQL statement, you can pass the values data dynamically. So whenever you are executing code at the time, you can pass values with the help of the prepared statement. But when you take callable statement, it can be invoking even procedures, functions, they will be returning value. So you can be passing parameters. Like that, we have three different types of classes: statement class, prepared statement class, callable statement class. With the help of that, you can be executing all these Oracle based objects. You can invoke those Oracle based objects from the from the Java environment. There you use JDBC, Java database connectivity. With the help of JDBC, you will be getting connected to this Oracle database. Otherwise, manually we are now getting connected to this database. Manually we are invoking commands. But end user cannot get connected like this. You are an end user. You are actually browsing through some e-commerce based portal. So e-commerce based portal is saving data in the database. So you are not permitted to use that database, and you cannot go through the database also. You can't understand that. So in such cases, what happens? Your program should be in fact getting connected to database. From there, it should perform the required database operations, either retrieval or say insertion of new data or updating data. Those things should be done by the program. So therefore, who is going to do that? Your code is written in Java, but database is in Oracle. So in such cases, with the help of JDBC, Java database connectivity, you can get connected to database. You can retrieve data, you can update, you can select whatever you would like to do. You can do with the help of the here JDBC as well as database. But here you have two different processes. Database is a different process. Your application is a different process, because your application is going to run in its own process area, and database is going to run in its own process area. So using actually some kind of mechanism, either it is TCP connection or it is named pipes or it may be shared memory. So with the help of some mechanism, it's getting connected. So your application is getting connected with database, and database is going to be running like a Windows service. It's going to listen on port number 1521. If you take local host, it's going to run on the local host. On the local host, it's going to be working. As far as local host is concerned, 1521. So if it is say a remote server, probably you can use some other kind of port. Through that port, that can be listening. So therefore here, in the case of local host meaning is in the same computer you have program, in the same computer you are going to have the database. Your program is running in the same computer as well as your database application also running in the same computer. In such cases, we say it as local host. Database is going to be local host, but sometimes what happens, it can be in a remote computer. In reality, they are going to be remote computers only. Everything, all the things they are not going to keep in the same system. They are going to put in different systems. You have application servers, you have database servers, you have actually say version control servers. So different types of servers, you have chart servers. So different types of servers you have. So using those servers only, you will be managing all these. One server is not enough. And one more thing is you have clusters. Cluster you may form. In that physical servers you can have N. And other thing is they use disk mirroring features. And failover servers they may maintain. Suppose you have database in one server. Due to some reason, all of a sudden your drive is going to crash. What happens to your application then? Users cannot get connected. So if your server is failing, automatically should be getting connected to some other failover server. When this is failing here, automatically it should go to some other server. Like that, it has to work. Similarly, disk mirroring. In the case of disk mirroring, from your disk, data is going to be mirrored into another disk. Automatically, all this happen. So like this, these days, and they use the RAID technology, RAID, redundant array of independent disks. So it's quite complex in fact. Today's enterprise computing is actually quite complex, both in software as well as in hardware. Very complex hardware we use, very expensive hardware we use. At the same time, our software systems also, they are going to be complex, because one software component has to interact with another software component. See, these days in isolation, they are not working. They are going to work in a coordinated fashion in meeting the requirements, because you get data from diverse sources, and whatever data is coming, that may be used by diverse applications. They will be processing data, Then after processing data, again you have to put into common pool. So like these systems have become very, very diverse these days and very complex these systems are. So Java supports in maintaining such systems, in developing such systems. That is the help of the J2EE in fact. Even .NET supports, Java supports, all these modern technology is going to support them. Even PHP, Python, they are also contributing a lot to this kind of enterprise application development. So efforts are going on, they are trying to make them better and better. But by the time they release one version, still we may be working with some older version only. We need to update ourselves very fast, then we can use the latest technology. If you compare hardware and software, hardware is 20 years ahead and software is 20 years behind. Software is very slow when compared with hardware. You are finding so many, new improvements in the hardware. So software is not catching. In fact, software is very slow, nearly 2 decades. 2 decades is too much time. 2 decades it's lagging behind because hardware gets developed very fast. So we need to develop such applications. So that's mind intensive kind of thing. Whereas hardware development is not that much mind intensive. Once you make some model that can be replicated. But as far as software is concerned, it's not so easy. So therefore it is taking time, but any of software is lagging behind. As hardware is improving, new features are coming up, we should be in a position to use them. So for that, new software systems are concerned, hardware people, what they do, they just make drivers to us. So further, we need to be in a position to use those drivers. It's not so easy, in fact, using drivers also. So with the help of J2EE, all this complexity you can achieve. Following this, Firas?
Sir, I want to ask about the procedure.
Yes.
Now you said course name, you describe it as variable character 2.
Var 2, yes.
Okay, I shouldn't give a length here. In the table is 100.
Length is not required.
Okay, if more than 100, it will cut it?
In that case, yeah, it truncates.
Oh, okay.
How much it can accommodate, that much it takes, rest is going to be truncated.
Yeah, because the table is 100 only.
Yes.
Now, till now we didn't read this table from the Java.
Yes.
Okay.
Tomorrow we read that from the Java, but this is very simple things I told in this. How to create a procedure, how to create tables, how to join one table with another table. Okay. But you have to be, as I told, sometimes database developer. Sometimes you can be application developer. Sometimes you have to play both the roles. So database developers may not be in a position to understand what you are trying to say. In such case, you should be guiding them to develop database. So therefore, you have to be, good with all these things, with database development, with application development. So with all these things, yes, Firas.
Can you please, because there is a problem with the add-on company, they send a sample for resume.
Okay.
They are talking about very, very, very different subjects. Can you please write for me and for the others, of course, what is this course? What do we take? What do we took in this course exactly till now?
We are doing with Java.
Java and what?
No. Can you repeat, please?
I mean, till now we don't know what it's J2EE. Is that right?
Yes, we are starting J2EE.
We didn't take it till now.
Yes, we haven't taken that.
So this course till now we took Java only.
Yes, Java, because that's very much basic. Without that, you cannot do anything with J2EE.
I know, but just to tell add-on technology. So that now we took Java and basics of Oracle database. That's right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Professor?
Yes, please.
What exactly is J2EE?
Can you repeat, please?
What exactly is J2EE?
It's basically enterprise development, enterprise applications you can develop. So far, what you are developing are just standalone applications. Mostly they work with one computer. But when you talk about enterprise applications, it may be some kind of chart systems you may develop. Then similarly, you may be developing some web applications. So they can be, multiple users, they are going to work on the system, and multiple applications also you may develop. All of them are going to be working in a coordinated fashion. Such applications can be J2EE applications. Enterprise applications. So enterprise applications, they mean different things like message services, maybe something like sending emails, receiving emails. So going through the kind of actually say IMAP server kind of setup you will be maintaining, or you will be maintaining a website. So all these command are basically e-commerce portal you will be maintaining, all of the command are J2EE applications. Java to enterprise applications only, all of they are going to be. So far we are seeing actually core Java. In the core Java, whatever features are there, we are going through them, we are trying to understand. So these features only we are going to implement there. First of all, you have to know about what are these classes, what are actually the objects, what are collections. So what are the features of language, then ultimately you have to implement them with the required advanced technologies. As I told, advanced technology is not advanced actually. It is, I mean, already developed for us. We should be in a position to use it. But to use that one, you have to be good with the, first of all, core. With core Java, if you are good, you can use the advanced one. Because one more thing, do not be,
Yes.
I mean, don't get terrified with the help of the words, with the words they specify in the resume. Don't bother about that. It's all hype, in fact. So outside, it's all hype everywhere. They just talk about all those things, but nobody sincerely implements all these. They just try to put all in the stack just. So we need these. We need like that.
Now I have many things they wrote it in the resume for sample, not for real.
Yes.
I never know them all. I don't know any one of these.
No, we discuss about those. See, we are going to discuss about those. See, people are working. Nobody knows thoroughly all those things.
Now they say experience in implementing Java
Yes.
slash JEE. JEE, I don't know what is it. So I will remove JEE.
Enterprise. See, you missed actually initial classes, few classes. What was J2EE, what was J2SE, what was J2ME, we were covering those.
No, I don't know what's JEE really.
That's what.
It's
So J2EE is
Say-
enterprise applications. In the beginning, I was saying that you have J2SE applications, J2ME applications, J2EE applications.
I know, but I have no idea about it.
See,
And
when you
they
learn,
say-
when you start practicing, you understand. See, simply, as I'm saying, previously also I told you, simply if you attend few sessions, everything will not be coming automatically. So let the session be completed totally, then you can understand all those things.
Now they say implementing Java design patterns such
Yes.
as MVC,
Yes.
singleton, factory,
Singleton object, factory methods are, factory patterns
No,
are available in that, facade patterns are available,
No.
structural patterns are there, behavior patterns are there. There are many in fact. See, it is going to be as per your experience. See, how many years experience you are going to give, based on that they are trying to put those. But within 2 month session or 2.5 month session, can you be proficient in all those things? Firas?
No,
Just you attend 2 month sessions. Okay, in 2 month sessions, that is
No,
8 years
possible.
experience, 8 years experience. Correct?
yeah.
Yes, please.
What's there? I'm sorry, what?
See, they are saying they are giving you a
What you
resume
have just said? I'm
with an
sorry.
experience of 7 or 8 years, I think. Correct? Hello?
Yeah, correct. That's right.
Yes.
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
It is 7 years experience or 8 years
Hello?
experience you are trying to put. Yes, Firas, I'm listening. They are
Yes,
they are putting
I can
experience
hear
of-
you. I can hear you.
Yes. They are keeping you. They are,
Yes,
for you. They are
so-
keeping some 7 years or 8 years experience. Correct.
Yeah, correct.
So a 7 years, 8 years experience person should know all those they mean to say.
I mean, not should the conditions that you have 2 years, you should know 10 programs, so you have 3 years, you have 15 programs. It's not necessary. They said that the years are required, but not I should learn every couple months
Correct.
something new.
Yes. You might not have been exposed, but you need to have. If you have in your resume those, then only you'll be called for interview.
Second
Otherwise,
thing-
they'll not call.
Second thing,
Like that.
when you say you have experience for 7 years,
Yes.
I'm okay with this, but don't tell me you have experience in companies like Hewlett Packard. If I work for Hewlett Packard, Why I come to add-on technology?
No, the voice is breaking.
They are,
We discuss tomorrow, please.